Hi, and welcome to Girl Talk. Thanks for joining us for the show today. We are at Ultimate Veritas Spa Salon on Monona Drive, and we're going to chat with those folks in a little while. But first of all, we're going to chat with Kim from Up Pottery, also on Monona Drive. Thanks for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. So we're going to talk to you all a little bit out there about what to do during winter break. So kids are home, parents are feeling a little cooped up. What can we see there at Fired Up with you?
Yeah, the cooped up stuff, that can be bad. So, you know, I like to think of it as like we're sort of like the spa and getaway for families. And so a lot of time, what we'll see is there's a real definite flow to this. So the day after Christmas, everybody's still happy to be home and in their pajamas. The day after that, they're still happy to be home and in their pajamas. The third day out, my world explodes. And so what we do is we see families come in and they're happy, they're on vacation, but they definitely need a break from all the relatives and from the kids fighting and stuff like that. So what we do is we provide a lot of great activities through pottery painting or glass fusing, just by doing art and that sort of like getting connected back together. So everybody's been electronicking it at home, they fight, they lost parts of the toys, this toy broke, you know. That's I have 3 kids.
Like a Christmas movie. It's perfect. I love it because it's totally
I have 3
true.
kids. I remember this. Okay, and so now what you're able to do is you're able to gather around one table together and really talk. What happens when you create art together as a family, it loosens everything in your brain and you're able to really connect with each other and talk and have good times. And so that's really the wonderful thing about it. So it's not so much about what art media you do. Yeah, stress melts away. You've got pottery, you've got wheel pottery. We're going to add impress art, which is metal stamping and jewelry and stuff like that. So the pottery painting, the glass fusing, you know, we do it all. So,
I love it.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Now, one thing you mentioned was the wheel pottery, and that's where you actually get to use a wheel.
Yes.
This has always been on my bucket list.
Oh,
but
it's so much fun.
I know you've told me like literally any ages can do this. You can get little kids on there
Yeah,
to
we
adults.
get 3 years old on there. It's like, okay, because we kept asking about like wanting to do this, and I've told the story before, but when I was 5 years old, I saw a potter at the New York World's Fair, and that's what sparked this in me. And so I feel a real importance to those like 3 to 7 year olds. You never know like what 5 minutes in their life is going to capture their imagination for the rest of their life.
Yeah.
And I'm 59 and wanted to do this since I was 5. So I've been doing pottery for 54 years.
I wonder if that potter,
my whole life.
does he know he had this influence?
It was actually a woman potter.
Oh,
Yeah, I know, exactly. I think maybe that was the thing. No, I have no idea who that was. It was just one random day when I was 5 years old at the World's Fair, and yeah.
Wow.
But that's also why I feel really strongly towards art towards kids, just for that reason, because you don't know like what we expose them to, and kids are like a blank canvas. You know, we bring them in, we expose them to all sorts of different things they can do, and we don't know what spark is going to happen, but sometimes it does happen. Yeah.
I love that.
Let's talk about some of the things that you brought in today, Kim.
Absolutely.
Where would you like to begin? I mean, this is definitely an eye-catching.
The snow family. Yeah, that one I painted.
iconic.
Yeah, I painted that, and little kids just running off. It's great.
People can come in.
They can come in and
do
paint paintings. Yeah, and we can either do guided painting or not. So you can do it on your own, or we can teach you how to do paintings. And pretty much you just pick one off the internet and we'll do it.
So it's more than pottery.
It is more than pottery. Yeah, it's a lot
And
more.
is this a hand-built
That one's actually a
ceramic
molded piece.
or-
The one, the other one is a hand-built one, the one with the lace
got, like, a
pattern in
lace
it. Yep,
doily, right?
yep, that
That
one's
was
hand-built.
pressed.
Such
But this one I
beautiful
did
things.
this in because it's a larger piece, so families can come in and do like handprints in
Yeah.
there, or the family can paint it together. It can be their cookie tray,
I love
you know,
that.
for years to come,
Yeah.
things like that.
So they do
a
the
good family
handprints,
project.
and then you paint the little
Paint the
snowman,
snowman.
and then we give it to you to.
Fire,
Fire.
and then yep, exactly. Then it comes back and you can use it for food and
love that.
drink and stuff like that. Yeah,
And quick before we go, I have a really big question.
I love
you ready?
this. Yeah.
Can we bring wine to drink?
You can't bring your own wine to drink because we have our own wine license.
better,
So yeah, we will sell it to you.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
There's so much to do there. It makes your kids calm down. If you want to actually let your kids stay home with the electronics and maybe a babysitter,
Girl time.
a girl time,
Make
or a
something
date
special.
night, absolutely.
Yeah.
So, and bring it home, give your kids another gift. Whatever. I mean, whatever really kind of floats your boat with it. Kim brings all kinds of art our way and an atmosphere in which you can relax with your family after Christmas. So thank you for that. Again, this is Kim from Up Pottery. We'll be back right after the break with